Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a full face of indie brands. To me, an indie brand is not a brand that's necessarily a certain size. It is just a brand that you can pretty much only buy their stuff on their website. And there are going to be some exceptions because of, I don't know, different judgment calls that I made. Like there are brands that do sell on like small independent purveyors and like clean beauty websites and stuff like that. But brands that aren't necessarily in the mainstream getting posted all over Trend Mood or, you know, legacy brands, some of them are newer. Some of them have very small product catalogs because they're rolling things out as they go kind of thing. I have no idea what the funding background is like on these, but some of them I have tried on camera, some of them I have not, some of them I haven't tried at all yet, and they will be first impressions. So I'm gonna move y'all in and we'll get started on a full face of indie beauty. All right, the first thing I'm gonna be starting with is pretty much the only foundation that I have from an indie brand at the moment. I think I might have like one more from Elate, but I love this. This is the Arrive Skin Boost in the shade Light, and it has eyeshadow on it that I do not want to rub all over my face. Good start, Kackie. I think that when you're talking about indie brands, usually you're talking about a brand that is still in these stages of its existence where they are at least mostly self-funded. I don't know if that necessarily holds up for all of these brands. Like I said, I don't know the tea, you know? But that is usually reflected by one product funding the next. And that tends to inform very high quality, high performing products. And that is why a lot of times indie brands are little hidden gems. It's how Thrive got started. I still consider Thrive an indie brand. They are a bigger brand now, but we're not faulting people for being successful. So that's the Skin Boost. Another thing that kind of comes with self-funded indie brands is that they tend to not always have as many shades because, especially in a complexion product, makeup is an extremely expensive thing to develop and to put out. And the Arrive Skin Boost, while I think it only comes in 5 shades, they are expansive. And so, you know, you might not have your shade in it, but ostensibly an equal amount of every skin tone value won't have their shade in it. But I did really appreciate, I don't know, I think Arrive has kind of gotten a second wind a little bit. They have started to integrate some of their core influencers into their Instagram lately and talking about why they don't necessarily self-identify as clean. And they put a really fine point on the ways that clean beauty has intended to kind of dupe the consumer. And they do it in a really catchy, funny way. And I really appreciated that. I've just always liked the brand. I like what they stand for, and I like that, you know, yes, they are developing products right now and they've kind of shown some previews of that here and there, but they only have 2 products right now and they are both hero products. It's this and their bronzer, and they're both fantastic. I had a towel. Okay, so the next thing, I'm glad I kept this around. Wow, we haven't seen this since the end of 2019. It might be expired, but it's my face, not yours. This is the Saint Cosmetics concealer, and this is in the shade Alabaster. I bought this from them back before Alabaster was even a shade, and I ended up with the fairest shade that they had at the time in my possession. And when I wrote them to ask about returning it, they said, we just came out with Alabaster, it's not even on the website yet, can we send it to you? And they did, and it ended up being perfect. And it might be expired. It's kind of making my eyes sting a little bit. Oh my gosh, did I screw up? Oh my gosh, it's making my eyes sting a little bit. Wow, let's just blend it out and pretend everything's okay. Everything's fine. I'm not crying, you're crying. I don't know if I have ever actually put a product on my face and then realize that it's probably expired. Usually you joke about that. You're like, oh, it's probably expired. Oh well, like, no, I'm pretty sure that's expired. It doesn't smell bad. but it is making my eyes water. It's gonna be fine, guys. So Saint, I did a full review on, again, right at the end, I wanna say, of 2019. Absolutely beautiful products, so beautiful. I haven't checked in on them lately though. Like, I don't know what they're doing right now. I just know that when I tried some of their products before, they were just out of a rebrand, and you do sort of have to ride the tide with some of these companies sometimes because it is so expensive to develop makeup. You end up with little oopsies like that shade matching situation, but they tend to be very accommodating. Okay, so the main reason that I decided to make this video is because the collection that I wanted to feature was rounded out finally by some stuff that I bought from a company called Phytosurgence. They've been following me on Instagram for a long time. I don't know who the owner is, but he or she messages me occasionally just in response to my Instagrams and stuff, and is just very, very nice. I had no idea it was a company until I started seeing other YouTubers featuring their stuff. And they have cream cheek products. I know they came out with something else recently. I don't know what it is, but it was right after I made this order, of course. And they also have these cream eyeshadows. So those are what we're going to be using today. But first, I think I'm going to go in with just a little bit of bronzer, and I think I want to go with the Vesca Kissed by Santorini first, and then we'll go cream on top of that. I might even use a little bit of the Arrive as a contour. And Vesca is one of my most recent loves, but such a quick love affair for me. Oh my gosh. Not only are their formulas gorgeous, but they are an incredibly sweet company. And the eye shadows, the liquid eyeshadows, are so off the charts gorgeous, and their lip balm gloss thing, it's just, I can't stop using it. Off camera. It's, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And they sent me all of the shades. If you are interested in seeing them swatched on my skin tone, there is a whole video of that. So I'm using the Arrive now as my contour. It is just, oh no, Kackie. It is just slightly cooler, so it does make a really, really nice bronzer contour. I'm just trying to use as many products as I can. Otherwise I would just have picked one probably, but getting some nice, maybe even believable bronzing going. What do you think? Do I look like I've been out in the Santorini sunshine? I have the shade light medium in this. I mean, I think that that probably goes without saying, but I just thought I would say it. Thought I would tell you guys. Okay. I hope that looks good on camera because it looks pretty nice in person. Let's go in with these blushes. I have 3 of them because of course I do. I have the shade Fume, which is this really nice cool toned beige. I have Fervor, which is a really nice like purple leaning fuchsia pink kind of. And I have Simmer, which is just a true pinky rose. So I think first we'll go with the one that is going to look more nude on me, and I'm gonna use the butt of my sponge for that. Whoa, fam, picked up a lot more product than I thought it was going to. I thought it was gonna be stiffer than that. I'd swatched them, but I just didn't expect that. So I haven't gotten to use these on my face yet. This is my first impression of these. And the blushes that I bought at least don't have any shimmer to them. So they're just a nice matte cream. What a nice color that is. Someone recently said that they missed my 5-product cheek routine. Well, you're gonna get it today, just in the form of some creams too. Let's go with, I think we're probably only gonna be able to fit 2 on my face today. And I have to do Fervor. I have to. Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. I need my mirror closer to me though. I have a feeling we're not getting it very even. So the formula is interesting. It has the right amount of pigment, but it doesn't spread. I mean, granted, there is a little bit of a difference on the surface because I put a little powder on top of cream. So, you know, it's kind of trying to do double duty there, but it does want to kind of stamp and then not really move around as much. But if you just watercolor it on, you end up not getting in trouble too quickly, because I will get in trouble really quickly. So yeah, I kind of watercolor it on and then I use the other end of my sponge that, you know, if anything, it just has a little bit of complexion product on it and not more blush, and use that to spread it out. But Fervor is the name of that shade, and I am a big fan of that. Yes, I am. I also like that it is very not dewy. When you like to layer blushes, sometimes dewy just doesn't do it, you know? You just want to be able to have, where did the top to that go? You want to be able to have the freedom to put as much of it on as you want to achieve the look that you want, and not be limited by the texture of the product getting really gummy and heavy. And this is so lightweight. Ooh. That's actually really, really special. I think by the time I put the second shade on, I was expecting to start noticing it on my face, but I don't at all. It's awesome. It almost goes to a powder finish. Oh, I like that very much. It's like the opposite of a Kosas blush. The Kosas blush is so emollient, and I don't hate that at all, but it does limit you. This is very agreeable. It reminds me more of the Honest Beauty cream blushes, where you kind of twist a sponge in them and you're like, wait a second, this is going on like powder. It takes it a second to kind of get started, you know, and you don't want to let them dry out. But once they're on, they are so agreeable to anything you put them on. That is very cool. Okay, I just dug this out, man. I'm really glad I held on to this. So this is the Root Pretty White Gold Illuminator. This thing is redonkulous. It is so pretty. This is a highlighter, and we're going to tap a little bit out. It's kind of like an Aether highlighter in the sense that it's just so spectacularly shimmery. Trying not to put too much on all at once. There we go. Ooh, yes. Put it on this side here. Do you see that? This stuff is bonkers. Tell you what, I have not loved everything that I tried from this brand, but this is special. I decluttered a lot of stuff a while back, and I held on to this because I love it. Ooh, look at that. And Root Pretty is awesome because they do refills for all their stuff. I mean, they do a huge effort towards, you know, making their packaging sustainable, and all their stuff is like clean, 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 clean. So we're looking very sun-kissed. It might even be a little much, but it's fine. I'm so excited about these. So yes, I got the shades Potent Petal and Amber Aura, and I'm going to swatch them for you. And I think I kind of goofed because they're pretty similar. So Amber Aura is a little bit deeper, and then Potent Petal is peacher, but they're kind of part of the same family. So yeah, actually that's gonna make things pretty easy. I'm going to start with Amber Aura because it is the deeper of the two. Feels like a luxury cream shadow. There's nothing that feels, I don't know, actually I need to look if they're like a clean beauty company or something, because there's nothing that feels, I made this in my kitchen, I saw this at the farmer's market about this, it doesn't feel greasy, which is so nice. It actually just kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury. Eyes to Mesmerize. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it dries. That's nice. Ooh, yes. I did not know what to expect, but that is really nice. That is really pleasant to use. It has just the right amount of spreadability that you get what you're going for, and then it just it just kind of sinks in, you know? It doesn't try and slip around or do anything crazy. Yeah. I was saying that I'm going to put a little bit of it under my eyes and try. Ew, I like still have mascara goo in my eye. Yuck. Oh, see, that's the other reason that I don't wear non-tubing formulas. Yuck. That was the Bare Minerals still left in my eye. Am I becoming like a bronzed goddess right now? Because that's how I feel. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with Potent Petal and, you know, just pop that right on the lid, kind of inner corner a little bit, see what we can see. They're super similar. I'm genuinely not sure that you need both of these because they are so gosh darn similar to one another, but you know, I like nuance. Let's take a little bit of the Root Pretty and use that as my inner corner highlight. Oh my goodness. That was unintentional, but I dig it. Well, that's just gorgeous. Let's use a little bit of that on my brow bone as well. Not even mad about it. And in the spirit of indie brands and supporting fellow creators, I don't know, I just stumbled on this on my desk. I'm going to use the Smoke Reflect from Sam Ravindal, not the cream because we already did the cream. And I have to say I prefer the Phytosurgeon's cream to the Auric cream. But I'm going to go in with the Temper glitter. Just a little, just a little. It's not the world's most satisfying glitter, but it's pretty. I wish it were as satisfying as the Ego shade, because the Ego shade is not a shade that I really want to wear, but the glitter is incredibly satisfying in terms of its payoff, and I want to wear a rose gold, and this one's just doesn't give me everything I want, but it is still, like, you can still get a really nice payoff out of it. Okay. It's wild how nothing on my face is actually wet, and it all looks wet. Eyebrow pencil? I don't know, we talked about how Thrive is technically an indie brand, right? In fact, I'll be right back. The brow game is the brow, and the eye and the mascara and everything is just, I don't have anything for that. So I'll be right back and then we will talk lips. Cool. Okay, I can't tell in real life if this looks amazing or like kind of over the top. Now, we're going to go with probably the most touch and go product that I have. And the reason that I haven't shared these on my channel is just because I don't really know if I like them. And it was a while back, I ordered 2 lip products from the brand Axiology. And I usually go for as cool of a lavender nude shade that I possibly can. And I vastly underestimated how lavender and how pale a lip color could be, because these go all the way around the other end and they turn someplace that doesn't look good on me at all, I'm afraid. But I ordered a lipstick in the shade Philosophy, and I ordered a lip crayon in the shade Bliss. So that right there is Bliss, and this is Philosophy, right? That's what it's called. And they have kind of a little bit of a smell, like a fruity scent to them. And I'm going to see if mixing them with enough of my Thrive Kackie lip liner makes them wearable, because I have only tried them on without a full face of makeup on. I'm gonna see if, you know, they give me that like cool 60s vibe, or if they're just legitimately unwearable. I've not yet met a lipstick that is too light for me to be able to like try and make it work, but these, they might be it. God, they're so similar. But I'm gonna do the lip crayon because it's a little bit more purple. I think it has a better chance. Is that how you do that? Okay. That's not, okay, let's get it all on before we make an assessment. the worst. Not the worst, no. Okay. No, that's actually great. Right? Is it? Is it working? It's a little bit, it's like slightly too lavender. You guys tell me. I really can't tell. It's like my eyes are broken today. It's a nice texture. It's matte, but it's lightweight, light color too. So, wow. Let me move you guys out and we will chat about each of these products and my feelings on them. Trying to be believably bronze is always a challenge for me. My skin is just, it's just like see-through creamy pale most of the time. Did that do anything? I honestly think that a lot of this has to do with like the very bad job that I did on my self-tan, but I think that that's okay. The Arrive Skin Boost is only $26 and you get a full ounce of this. Very, very good price for that. The bronzer is $28 and you get 8 grams. The Root Pretty White Gold Illuminator is between $12 and $18. Okay, so you can get a plastic jar for $14, a glass jar for $18, and a compostable refill for $12. I told you guys, they have various solutions to all of your sustainability wants and needs. So that is very cool. And that is a whole crap ton of product. That is 3.25 grams. It is so utterly beautiful. Let's talk about phytosurgeons. Phytosurgeons. Oh, and I will say I bought all of these except for the Root Pretty. They sent this to me. Phytosurgeons has just come out with something called the Spectral Shine Radiance Balms. And so those are highlighters that are versions of, you know, their cream products. And they are in Canada. So that's cool. We love Canadian makeup on my channel all of a sudden. So those are $32. The Flash Fluorescent Cream Shadows, which are what I put on my eyeballs, those are only $21 Canadian, which means they're even less American. And the Skin Spark Blush Balms are the same. So what is $21 Canadian to USD? $16.67. There are so many brands at Sephora that want to charge you an arm, a leg, and your firstborn for a cream eyeshadow, okay? These are beautiful, they're wearable, they're affordable. Wow. Wow, Phytosurgeons. Big fan of that. Big fan. I was honestly like, memory was not serving and I was like, these were probably like $38 a piece, something like that. No, they were half that. That's amazing. Phytosurgeons also does some skincare. Moonlight Afterglow, brightening and resurfacing, sea submerge hydrating facial serum. And those are also pretty affordable. They're between, well, yeah, you can get the whole set for $115 Canadian. So that's pretty great. So yeah, Phytosurgeons, kind of, I mean, everything was beautiful, but they really won the day today because those cream blushes are beautiful and the eyeshadows feel like, they feel like all of those really gorgeous, you know, the Charlotte Tilbury or the Tom Ford or I don't know who else does those things. But regardless, they have that beautiful creamy thing where they dry down. It dries down more than the Charlotte Tilbury, which I like even more. And it's so much more affordable. Like I'm gonna buy all of them. Okay, just letting you know. What else went on my face today? Oh yeah, the Auric. So the Smoke Reflects are pretty expensive, but they're 2 eyeshadows in one and they are $39. And the only one that isn't sold out is the Ego, but I know she'll probably be restocking at some point. Axiology. And I will say, I'm not a big fan of Axiology's little like cheek crayons. They don't really do it for me, but this shockingly did something lovely. I like it very much, especially all of the caveats that I gave before I put it on, and it's actually amazing. So 100% evil free. Do with that what you will. They are one of the brands that Caroline Hirons just comes out of the gate attacking for no reason, you know, because of the claims that they make about all of their stuff being X, Y, and Z free. Like she has come for them and they don't even like know who she is, you know. Well, I mean, now they do. She put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths when she just decided to come out for Axiology out of nowhere. So their lipsticks are $30 and their lip crayons are $28, so not inexpensive, but they're all like made out of post-consumer material and everything, and you know, evil free, whatever that means. Saint Cosmetics, yes, their foundation is gorgeous. Everything's silicone free. They do have a ton of shades now, which is pretty cool. I don't think they had all of those, and they have very significantly expanded their shade range. So but they're pretty pricey. So their foundation is $54. Their concealer is $32. So, you know, prestige priced. And that concealer comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It comes in 12 shades. And it really is just a luxury, clean indie beauty company. You know, they self-identify as clean, but also the fact that their stuff performs as well as it does and it's completely silicone free is very, very cool. In fact, I kind of just want to put a little bit more of that on. Maybe at the risk of it making my eyes sting a little bit again, just because I feel like I covered it up with so much other stuff. It definitely did not make my eyes sting when I tried it when it was new. Or, you know, within any realm of reason in terms of expiration, so. It's not their fault. I just kept it around for too long. Yeah, there was mascara in that eye too. I apologize to all creatures, great and small. I don't know, guys. I think that's a vibe. I will say I do love trying indie brands because, like I said, typically you can expect that their R&D dollars went towards something that they put their absolute heart and soul into because their entire business is on the line every time they put out a new product, basically. I mean, depending on the age, the maturity of their brand, a lot of times the last release is funding the next release, and it is all determined by how well they perform, how well they kind of dedicate themselves to their communities, how well they continue to build their communities. And a lot of times that also means that they're a lot more conscientious about filling specific needs in the market rather than just cranking out middle of the road makeup. So that is why I like to visit this neck of the woods every once in a while and make sure that we kind of keep a lot of these brands top of mind, because especially in the case of Phytosurgence, to be able to have a pot of an absolutely gorgeous one and done cream eyeshadow like that, that is less than half the price of something that you would pay at Sephora, and you're supporting an independent brand, and their blushes are gorgeous too. It was just such a pleasure. So I'm really glad that I got to try these products today. So if you did enjoy this, guys, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. If you have any brands that you know of, that you love, that you would like me to try, let me know in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.